Most people believe success arrives through sudden moments of intensity. They believe one powerful decision, one burst of motivation, or one lucky break will change everything. They wait for the day they feel ready. They wait for clarity, confidence, or perfect conditions. This belief sounds comforting, but it quietly keeps people stuck. Success does not come from dramatic moments. It comes from quiet ones. Not from what you do once, but from what you repeat. Not from excitement, but from discipline practiced daily. Ask yourself honestly, how many goals have you delayed because you were waiting to feel motivated? How many times have you said, I will start when the time is right? The truth is simple. The time is never right. Discipline does not wait for permission. It moves first and confidence follows later. Behind every visible achievement is a large amount of invisible work. Think of growth like building a foundation underground. No one praises the concrete while it is being poured. No one claps while the base is being reinforced. Yet without that unseen structure, nothing above it can stand. Your daily discipline is that foundation. The early mornings, the repeated practice, the quiet study, the small habits no one notices. This work feels slow because it is hidden. It feels boring because it is consistent. But this is where strength is built, not in moments of applause, but in moments of commitment when no one is watching. Ask yourself, what invisible work are you avoiding because it feels too ordinary? What small task do you keep postponing because it does not feel important today? Opportunity rarely announces itself loudly. It shows up quietly and asks a simple question. Are you prepared? Preparation is not glamorous. It is structured repetition. It is showing up when you do not feel inspired. It is doing the work even when the reward is not immediate. Opportunity meets preparation, not intention. Many people want progress, but few want the process. They want the reward without the routine. But life follows a law. You cannot harvest what you did not plant. You cannot receive what you did not prepare for. Discipline is the act of preparing in advance for a future you cannot yet see. One day an opening appears, a chance, a challenge, a responsibility, and in that moment your habits speak for you. Pressure does not change who you are. It reveals who you have been practicing to become. When life becomes demanding, you do not rise to your hopes. You fall to your habits. Think of the student who studies a little every day. When exams arrive, pressure sharpens their focus. They respond with calm. Now think of the student who delays and crams at the last moment. Pressure creates panic. The difference is not intelligence. It is discipline. Or consider the professional who practices clear communication daily. When conflict appears, they respond with clarity. Another avoids preparation and reflection. Under pressure, they react emotionally. Pressure is not the enemy. It is the mirror. It shows you the quality of your daily discipline. Ask yourself, when pressure comes, what patterns does it reveal in you? Your focus is one of your most valuable assets. Treat it like gold. Distraction is not harmless. It quietly steals your future 1 minute at a time. Not everything that demands your attention deserves it. Growth requires depth, not noise. It requires saying no to many small pleasures so you can say yes to meaningful progress. Focus is not about doing more. It is about protecting what matters. Ask yourself, where is your attention going each day? Is it building your future or merely entertaining you? Discipline is the decision to guard your focus even when distractions feel easier. Growth follows a clear sequence. First, you learn. You expose yourself to new ideas. You listen. You observe. Then you apply. You turn knowledge into action, even imperfect action. Then you evaluate. You ask what worked and what did not. Next, you correct. You adjust your approach without quitting. Finally, you persist. You repeat the cycle again and again. Many people stop too early. They learn but never apply. Or they apply once, fail, and quit. Discipline is what keeps you moving through the entire sequence. It is not about being perfect. It is about staying engaged with the process long enough to grow. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is structural. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. If you build your life on motivation, your progress will be unstable. Some days you will move forward. Other days you will stop completely. Discipline creates systems that work even when your mood does not. Systems beat moods. Habits beat feelings. Discipline says, I will act first and let my emotions catch up later. Ask yourself, are you depending on motivation or are you building systems that support consistent action? Growth requires patience, not passive waiting, but active endurance. Every season has its purpose. There is a season of planting where effort feels heavy and results feel distant. There is a season of growth where progress becomes visible, and there is a season of harvest where rewards appear. Many people quit during the planting season because they expect immediate results. They confuse delay with failure. But delay is part of the process. Strategic patience understands timing. It respects the rhythm of progress. Discipline keeps you working through every season, trusting that effort compounds over time. Feedback is not a threat. It is a guide. Measurement creates clarity. If you do not measure your actions, you cannot improve them. Discipline invites reflection. It asks you to review your progress honestly. What is improving? What needs adjustment? Correction is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of commitment. Growth requires refinement. Small changes made consistently create powerful results. Ask yourself regularly, what can I improve today by one small degree? Momentum is built slowly, then felt suddenly, like a heavy wheel. Progress resists movement at first. Each disciplined action adds a little force. At first it feels like nothing is happening, but eventually momentum takes over. The wheel begins to turn more easily. Discipline creates this compounding effect. One day of effort builds the next. One habit strengthens another. Eventually progress feels natural, not because it is easy, but because you have trained yourself to move forward consistently. The breakthrough you seek is not a single event, it is a lifestyle. It is who you become through daily discipline. When discipline becomes part of your identity, growth becomes inevitable. You stop asking if you feel ready. You act because it is who you are. You stop chasing motivation. You rely on commitment. You stop fearing slow progress. You trust the process. Ask yourself now, what would change if you committed to disciplined action every day, no matter how small? What kind of person would you become in a year? This is not about intensity. It is about consistency. Not about perfection, but persistence. Daily discipline is not restrictive. It is freeing. It gives direction to your effort and meaning to your time. And over time, it builds a life of strength, clarity, and lasting growth.